butter chicken curry.
Wow.
When we grow up, when we
so
grew up, we grew up on Japanese curry and Korean curry. And we're those are very delicious. I still eat it from time to time, but I want to take it to the motherland, I want to take it to India and start
like the authentic one.
Exactly, and start making curries from scratch. So we actually bought garam masala.
Is that how you say it?
Garam masala.
하나, 둘, 셋. 가람 마살라.
Or is it garam masala? The original recipe is from a website called RecipeTinEats. Go check them out. If you guys have other authentic Indian recipes, hopefully we can source the ingredients, but we want to dig deeper into the world of curry and start making it from scratch.
Maybe next time we can do Thai curry.
Oh yeah,
Thai green curry, my favorite.
That's good too. Oh.
Are we switching up the recipe today?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. All right, guys, let's start. Butter chicken. We're going.
Let's go.
And of course, the chicken, I'm using chicken thigh. We're going to use around 700 grams or about 1.5 pounds worth. I'm going to cut them up into bite-sized pieces. And oh, I made a mistake. It should be skinless thigh meat. So don't make the mistake I just did. Take the skin off before you chop the thighs. Now this is looking good. All the skin is off. We're going to start off with some yogurt. I'm using Greek yogurt. Let's do my favorite part about opening up a yogurt. Bum, bum. Let's give it a half cup. Katie! What did you do to this lemon? What did you do to this lemon?
I used that to make Madeline.
I hope it still has some juice left. All right, guys, 1 tablespoon. Guys, Katie says some ridiculous things, and I'm debating whether to put it in the video or not. 1 tablespoon in. Next, we're going to add some turmeric, gangwang in Korean. 1 teaspoon's worth, small tea. And then a key ingredient, we're going to use garam masala. This, for our Korean viewers, you can find it in Korea as well. This is like a spice blend that's made from cinnamon, mace, peppercorns, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, and then I think even some cardamom. A nice base for curries. Ooh, if you give it a taste, it's very strong. 2 teaspoons of this. This is small tea. 2nd teaspoon in. Then I'm going to do a half teaspoon of paprika powder. You can also use half teaspoon of cayenne pepper powder. And next we're going to add a little bit of cumin, one of my favorite spices. Got to add that in when you're making Mexican food. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of this. And then we're going to add some fresh aromatics. This is 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger. Let's get 1 big tablespoon in. And then we're going to do 2 cloves of garlic. Trim off the ends and then we're going to mince that in. Looking at these spices, this reminds me of when I was in high school. I went over to my friend's house who was Indian, and their parents had just come back from India from a trip, and they brought like big bags of spices. And they're like, Daniel, put out your hand. I'm going to give you some spices to try. And I was like, oh, I'm Korean. I can handle it. Don't worry. And they just gave me a little bit, and I put it in my mouth, and I tasted it, and I thought it would be like gochugaru, just upfront spiciness. Exploded. I remember it came out of my mouth like eating a spoonful of cinnamon challenge. It just and after that I've always had a lot of respect for Indian spices. It's next level, y'all. All right, let's bring everything together. And then you're gonna see this light orangish color. This is good. Katie, come try this.
This much is okay?
Yeah, just taste it. See if it tastes. This is gonna remind you of...
Wow. This is definitely not a Korean curry taste.
Yeah, you could taste the cumin coming through, right? With a little bit of heat from the paprika powder. And then Katie, you're gonna do the honors. You're gonna put all of the chicken.
Dump all this chicken in here.
Yeah. Hello.
It's already making me travel.
We're gonna let this chicken travel all the way to India right now. We're gonna give it a minimum of 3 hours. If you have some time, leaving it overnight makes it taste even better. That's what we're gonna do.
My leather bag making teacher, she's moved to India.
Really?
I wonder how she's doing.
Ask her if the butter chicken there is any good, or she can follow our video from Korea. All right, we'll wrap this up. My gosh, absolutely no space in this refrigerator. We'll sneak it here for now. And we'll see you guys later. So this is the next day. We decided to give the chicken an overnight marinade. And let's start with the rice. Now in India, the preferred rice is basmati rice. But in Korea, that was surprisingly hard to find. But there is jasmine rice, which is also a long grain rice. Long grain rice, you see it's long and skinny, like a yoga teacher. In contrast to the short grain rice that Korean and Japanese like to eat. Short and stubby, like a sumo wrestler. Jesus. We'll wash our rice. Just a few. All right, and then I'm gonna just put the rice through a strainer. If you're new to cooking, you can do this just so that your rice comes out perfect. If you have your own method, do you. All right, guys, the ratio is gonna be for every 1 cup of rice, we're gonna add 1.25 cups of water, all right? But now if you wanna be really precise, you can take out around 2 tablespoons of water. That's because we washed the rice and some of that moisture has gone into the rice grain already. Katie left the Leaning Tower of Korea. Let's put this on a high heat and bring this up to a rapid boil. All right, just to stir so that the rice grains are evenly distributed. And this rice cooking method that I'm showing now, this is for long grain rice. And once the pot comes to a roaring boil, you see the edges are boiling over, the foam has come to the middle. We're gonna put a lid on it and then reduce the heat to a low, and then we'll let it cook for 12 minutes. And for those who are new to cooking, don't worry if your pot throws up a little bit. That just means a lot of good flavor. It's doing it properly. And neighbors, give me some recommendations. If I want to go deep into the world of curry, what are some beginner-friendly curries that I could learn and master and hopefully make my own variation of? Give me some recommendations for Indian curries, or when I was in Europe, I think Nepalese curry, or maybe they are quite similar. All right, that's 12 minutes. We'll turn off the heat. Take it off the heat and we're gonna let it steam in this pot for a good 10 minutes. That way the inside of the rice grain is soft and you don't get hard bits. Right, and then it's time to grab our chicken. It's been resting nicely. Yes, oh yes. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a stir so that it can get incorporated well again. All right guys, we're gonna need 1 cup of tomato puree. Oh no, we got whole tomatoes. All right, we're gonna have to blitz this. Yeah, we just want tomato puree, so I'm gonna just put this in a blender. All right, only need 1 cup of this. Besides Mr. Tomato, we're gonna need some heavy cream. We need 1 cup's worth. And then of course, the name of this dish is what? Butter. We're gonna use around 2 tablespoons worth. I think restaurants would consider this 1 tablespoon, but we're doing home cooking and I don't want you to be sitting on the toilet. So let's get normal tablespoons worth. All right, good. All right guys, 10 minutes is up. Let's look at our wonderful rice. This is the rice we're looking for. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's give it a try. Let's put this on a high heat and let's get to cooking. Leaning Tower of Korea, still good. We're gonna put our 2 tablespoons of butter in. You can also work with ghee, and that richness of the butter is gonna provide the base foundation for our curry. And as soon as most of the butter has melted, just grab the chicken out of the bowl. You don't need to pour in any of the excess marinade. We're gonna cook it for 3 minutes or until the chicken turns white on all sides. Woo, the smell is amazing. All right, now you see the chicken has turned white. We're gonna put 1 cup of our tomato and then 1 cup of our heavy cream. We're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then we're gonna add 1 1/4 teaspoon, that's small t, of salt. Right, you can add more later if you like. We're gonna give this a mix. And don't worry about the color. As it reduces, it's gonna turn a dark orange. We're gonna reduce this to a low, and you're gonna let this slowly simmer away for 20 minutes. Katie, do you want cilantro in yours?
No, 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 no. No, thank you.
Why? It's so good.
No, 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 no. I'm fine without cilantro.
Why?
Why?
Alright guys, that's 20 minutes. Oh my goodness, take a look. If you're subscribed to our channel, you're gonna see a smell-o-vision button. Turn that on. Exclusive. Exclusive. As it's reduced, you see the color has turned a nice deep orange. Yes, yes, yes.
Wow, look at that color.
I know.
Looks beautiful.
It's that 20 minutes of reduction. Katie, do me a favor. Type, how do you say, oh my goodness, in Tahil? I'm sorry, Tamil. Tamil.
Okay, listen carefully, okay?
Uh-huh.
Nammi.
Say it again.
Nammi. Nammi.
Nammi.
Nammi.
Sounds Vietnamese. Take a look at your butter chicken. Holy shnikes. We're gonna top off with a little bit of cilantro.
Wow, this looks incredible.
I know.
Wow,
Oh
you
my
did a
God.
great job.
Thank you very much.
Wow, thumbs up. I have to take a top-down shot.
All right, and neighbors, there it is. This is our butter chicken. in Tamil. Can you repeat it, please?
Nanli. Oh,
All
look
right.
how creamy it looks.
I know, guys. Just take a look at that. Oh my goodness. Just take a look at that.
Put it over the rice.
Katie turned silent because she saw the cilantro. It's alright, Katie. Expand your... We're gonna give this a quick bite. Holy shnikes. Holy shnikes.
Is it really good?
Katie, try it.
Is it?
It's
Is
so...
it like amazing?
You're gonna die. 진짜 맛있지?
Wow!
Katie, it's because of the garam masala.
And I actually don't mind the cilantro here.
I told
it
you.
actually mixes
It works
in
well.
very well. Yeah.
너무
이게
맛있어.
다 내 거야.
I love cooking. I think it's one of those like joys in life that you don't have to pay for. Well, actually, you have to pay for the ingredients, but the experience and when the result tastes this great, amazing, amazing. Let this weekend be a curry weekend and enjoy.